thought we had a poor first half and a very good second half. And, that's not going to cut it against a team like Chicago with two stars they got rolling. And, we just didn't do enough in the first half to keep them from getting going. And, they just they were great. But I did like our third quarter a lot. And, I thought we did a lot of good things in the second half, but we're going to have to put 48 minutes together instead of 24.
But the third quarter just now, how big was Chris in that third quarter? I think he had scored 12 of his 16. And it looks like over the last few games, he's kind of got a rhythm again.
Well, it's less about rhythm and I think more about what he was doing defensively. I think he had played with great presence. He used his length. He had a couple of steals, but they were steals that were set up by being in great position to start with. And I thought he was the guy, the tone setter for that. And then our interior defense, then everything got better. All of our interior defense. We adjusted some things with our bigs, with pick and roll coverage, and the third quarter was very good. And I thought the fourth, had stretches where we did good things. Thought Washington did a nice job for a guy that was tossed on a plane. And basically came up here this afternoon to be available to play in this game, with Lamb being unavailable and Malcolm. So there were some good things, but the first half was our undoing.
How difficult was it? I know outside of Harris, he had 9 assists, but the rest of the guards only had like 2 or 1 assist. So how much pressure and for other guys to be that distributor?
Yeah, it's the NBA game is one sport where one person at one position can make a big difference. That additional playmaker that can score, that can pass it, that can defend. Having that one extra guy in this case is Malcolm, and then look, not having Lamb was a hit for us too. I mean, he did really many good things in the Houston game. So. Look, we're just going to have to hope that Mother Nature is kind on Malcolm's situation, and that in the next couple of days he can feel better and be ready to get back. In the meantime, we've got to stay in the fight, and we got to keep trying to get 1 or 2% better every day. But we took a step back in the first half, and that was disappointing.
Vucevic changed that first half. It seemed like he really got off to a strong start.
Well, it completely changed our ability to play zone effectively because you get a 7-1 guy that can, catch in the middle, score, pass it, step out for threes and stuff like that. He really changed the geometry of that whole thing. And I thought he's a terrific player. I mean, he does a lot of good things. His timely 3-point shots and some of his timely baskets, we had a couple gambles that he scored on. He hit a couple mid-range shots. He's a really good player, and he played well, and he was another factor for them.
Rick, you've referenced multiple times about how this league is as much a first quarter league as it is a fourth quarter league, the struggle mentally and physically to play from behind. How much was that dynamic in play tonight as you guys had some nice second half runs, but that hole was obviously pretty deep?
Yeah. And, a lot of times in the sports world, how you start is kind of how you finish. Last time we were in here, we got off to a great start. We kept the momentum. You're not always going to do that. But tonight it was more, it felt like more a case of getting knocked back. And then after halftime, we responded well, but that's, it can't be like that. It's gotta be, we've got to have our disposition and posture where it needs to be. And it was all about defense. I mean, their points per possession were, like 1.36 against zone, 1.3 against man. I mean, they were both equally poor, but our presence and disposition were not where they needed to be.